Welcome to TeaLimePie, the podcast where I, a totally reasonable human being, read spooky stories with my co-host, Coffee Ghostea, who believes in ghosts and the paranormal. Each week, we take turns reading creepy tales from the internet and break them down. One of us with logic, and the other with the love of all things spooky. Is any of it real? Probably not. But hey, if your lights start to flicker while you're listening, that's definitely a coincidence, right?
Right.
Right? How you doing, Ghosty?
I'm doing. It's snowing, so I'm all cozy up.
Yeah, we got, actually, we got almost nothing. The town beside us got like 50 centimeters, which is wild. That is a lot of freaking snow, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only like 10 minutes down the road, but we got none of it.
You lucked out.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah.
All right, we have some stories for you today. Ghosty's going to kick it off for us.
Yeah. The first one is Ghosts in a Dream by Flaky Calligrapher 314 from Ghost Stories. Alrighty. See how awkward I look while I read now.
I know, right? I'm like, how do I position my face while I read?
Yeah. How much I fidget around. All right.
Yeah. You never know it, but like before, that's literally what I used to do. I used to have like a fidget toy while you were reading, and now I have nothing.
I have this.
I have nothing.
Nintendo coin that I got that I'm just like spin around. All right. Anyway, Ghosts in a Dream. I just woke up and had to come here to write this. I don't think dreaming about loved ones who have passed is anything new. In fact, I know I often dream of my late father, but I had a very vivid dream last night about others who have passed, and I knew in the dream that I was sitting with dead people and was trying to prove it to myself. It was an indoor 1980s, 90s style mall. I wasn't familiar with it. The building was somewhat narrow and crowded. People were rushing in the rows, sort of like traffic on a highway. There were stores, but the order at which shoppers were traversing the grounds was just notable. Strange but harmless. In fact, it was rather pleasant. They were moving quickly, but there was no shoving or stopping of anything hostile. I easily made it through and was drawn to this elevated table nearby. Turns out it was in the middle of this stretch of the mall, sort of like a barrier between two sections. There were trees, plants, and dining tables. It was also tiered, and I climbed a few steps to get to it. I sat next to a man who I know was dead. He is asking me how I'm doing and what I've been up to, and so forth. He passed away in April of 2024, and I knew him as my master teacher from way back in the early 90s. One of us brought up retirement, and I asked him how long he had been retired for. At this point, I knew that I was speaking with a ghost. He looked at me as if he knew I was onto him. It wasn't an angry look at all. It was that I shouldn't have asked, but he's going to tell me anyway, almost as if he had blown his own cover. After turning away and forcing me through silence to ask him again, he said 9 years. As soon as I woke up, I looked him up online and found that he had retired in 1997. This would have made the setting of my dream 2006. Odd as it is, it makes sense based on how I was feeling, how the mall was still alive, and how both of us looked in terms of age. Yeah. Nobody goes to the mall anymore.
Dude, I go to the mall all the time just to like walk around.
Same, so do we.
Yeah, and like I love the food court.
Yeah, I still like going to the mall, but maybe that's the old person. Like the mall that I grew up going to, like closed and got demolished like years ago. Actually, Alec and I were getting our marriage license and we got it across the street from the mall and we watched them like knock it over. Like, no.
Oh man.
My childhood. Back to the dream. Adding to the strangeness, there was another man at the table seated across from me. I didn't recognize him, but he was chatting before my conversation with my master teacher. He was very pleasant, and I can vividly remember his face. He was balding with longer, scraggly brown hair in the back. He wore big, round, almost 70s style eyeglasses, and he was very pleasant. Coming to the table while I was talking to my former master teacher was a beautiful woman. I don't mean IG hot or young internet model. I mean, this woman was older. She had smooth skin, milk chocolate brown eyes, and a beautiful smile. Without a doubt,
got a really good look.
Yeah.
I like your skin. You have smooth skin.
Without a doubt, she took pride in her appearance. She was talking and laughing along in the conversation. Now I'm thinking in my head, she's a ghost too. I need to prove it though. I asked her what her name was. She looked at the others and chuckled. It was clear that she didn't want to tell me, just like my master teacher. She finally did, but I can't remember now what it was. That's where the dream ended. I woke up and tried to get back into it, but couldn't. Has anyone had a similar experience, or does anyone have an inkling of what any of this could mean? Could it simply be that I was visited by those who are living beyond their graves? Interesting.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
What's a master teacher?
I don't know. I'm guessing, like, master's degree, maybe? I don't know.
That's like my best guess, but hold on. I have an iPad in front of me now. I can do the
There you go.
Googles.
I do find dreams super interesting, though.
Yeah, like compelling.
Just like in general, the idea of like, what is your brain doing while you dream? You know, like why do certain dreams come up when you're stressed, or like this,
Yeah.
like thinking about, maybe he was thinking about
keep a dream journal?
I don't.
No.
I should. I don't dream super often anymore. But I don't know. Maybe this person was just thinking about their teacher a lot recently and it came up in the dream.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like they probably like came across something from their school days and they started thinking about their teacher. Like even if they didn't realize it at the time that they crossed their mind or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to keep a dream journal.
Yeah.
And I used to like believe in the powers of dreams. Not so much anymore.
No. I do get deja
I don't really
vu a
remember my
lot.
dreams.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't even know if I sleep well enough to dream super frequently anymore, but
That's fair.
yeah, I don't know. The last one I remember was maybe like a month or two ago. My grandma that had passed a few years ago was in it, and so when she was alive, I would always wear stuff to cover up the couple tattoos that I had at that point.
Right.
Not that, like, I don't know. I don't even know what her reaction would have been. I just know that she was just like not super stoked on people in the world having tattoos, so I just never wanted to deal with it.
I did the same thing.
Yeah,
Now I'm covered.
yeah. Yeah. So in my dream, like, I had finally just decided to show her, and she was like annoyed but not mad about it.
Yeah.
Like that was the whole dream. And my mother-in-law was like, "Baby, that was you just like letting your guilt about it go, or whatever feelings you didn't want her to be disappointed in you over something about. I don't know.
Yeah. Did you believe it was your grandmother, like, coming to see you in your dream, though? Or what, do you think it was just, like, your brain letting go of that?
I don't know. That's a good question. Until reading the story, I never really thought about it being, like, somebody, maybe, like, a lost loved one, like, beaming themselves into your dream. That would be interesting.
My mom fucking she believes in the power of dreams. Every time she has a bad dream about me, she calls me or texts me, or, like, I guess the other day she texted me and she's like, "Does the side of your head hurt?" I was like, "No." What? She's like, "In my dream, I punched you in the head."
I punched you in the head.
It's like, no, my head doesn't hurt.
Damn, Mom.
Like,
What are you beating me in your dream? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I don't know if I believe it that much, but when I was in high school, I had a dream that I think I had a dream that my mom died, and then I woke up and one of our family members did die. Not my mom.
Oh, shit.
But I remember being so freaked out by that, because I was like, I woke up so, like, disoriented from that dream. Yeah. And then I go out. We had a snow day from school, so we were all home. And my dad's like, "Yeah, your grandma's sister died." I'm like, huh?
Huh?
So, like, stuff like that's happened to me before, but I don't fully,
I've had those, like, very vivid dreams that, like, something bad happens and you think, like, it was real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's never been like a, "Oh my God, I must call my mother."
Yeah. Those are, I don't like waking up from those. You just feel really, like, freaked out. Ugh. Don't like. But anyway.
Do not like.
No. Yeah, let us know if any ghosts have visited you in your dreams.
I feel like that's a really common one. Like, I feel like almost everybody in the world has had a dream about a lost loved one, right?
Definitely.
Now, whether you believe it's a ghost or not is a different story, but I think everybody in the world has had that dream.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. This one, we just passed a holiday and we're coming up to another holiday. So I was like, holiday stories. This one has nothing to do with the winter time.
Okay.
This is a summer holiday. I saw the Easter Bunny once. This is on Our Paranormal, uploaded by Blasphemy Baby. This is gonna sound absolutely unbelievable, but I swear up and down I saw the Easter Bunny once. I found out years later that my younger brother saw the same thing too. We just never brought it up to one another or anyone because we didn't want it to sound crazy. Okay, before I get too into the story. You think they just saw a rabbit, like, pop by? They're like, "Stop!"
It was one of those really big rabbits. It, like, got stuck in something and looked like it was wearing a costume.
Like, it jumped into a clothesline.
Yeah.
An outfit.
Yeah. It's got those cartoon, like, heart underwear on its head.
Oh, no. All I'm picturing is Bugs Bunny now.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. That's all I want it to be now.
Yeah, right? This was more than 10 years ago. Sometime in the early 2010s, when I was like 12 or 13 years old. It was at night. It was the night before. Please hold. It was the night before, or the night of Easter itself. I can't remember exactly, but I was around the Easter holiday. And at that point, I was a little older and fully aware that the Easter Bunny wasn't real. Well, apparently it is.
Yeah, it's you changed your mind.
My parents told me at some point before then. Well, at that time, I slept in a second-story bedroom that overlooked my backyard, the back of the neighbors opposite of us, and then the curvy street running along the front of the neighbor's house, which I had pretty clear view of. It was illuminated, the street lights and the siding. Fuck! It was illuminated with the street lights, and the sighting I had there was so clear and bizarre that I remember it vividly. It was at night after like 10 p.m., and I remember casually glancing out of my bedroom window and seeing the Easter Bunny, like someone 6 to 7 feet tall in a costume, hopping along the street.
No.
Opposite our backyard.
No. No.
I only saw the thing from the back, but I recognized it immediately as the Easter Bunny. It had a white costume body with a fluffy tail and everything. Perfectly round head and prominent ears. It was wearing a vest. I remember it being yellow and purple colored.
Did this person play Animal Crossing and then have a drug trip or what?
It hopped like you'd expect a bunny to, or like a person trying really hard in costume, I guess. The strangest, and looking back on it now, most disturbing part, though, was how suddenly it vanished. It hopped up one final time and seemed to disappear into a portal of some kind. A blue light sparkling that appeared as the bunny hopped into it. It faded away seconds after it disappeared. And then it was just an empty street. Okay, this whole time I'm sitting here like, it's just the neighbor. Like you know the grandpa that dresses up like Santa as Christmas?
Yeah.
At Christmas? That's what I'm picturing. Like the neighbor had kids dressed up like the Easter Bunny. But then we get into the alien aspect of this.
Yeah.
The blue portal appears. I remember standing there at my window for minutes afterwards, absolutely stunned and in disbelief. It was so bizarre and unbelievable. I didn't tell anyone, but I thought about it all night and researched it, and to this day, I still think about it. I brought it up to my brother last year, and he saw it around the same time, too. Several years ago, at night, though his sighting was much creepier.
So wait, I didn't see it the same night? These were two separate?
I guess.
Oh,
but,
no.
Okay, his sighting was creepier, but, like, what was his sighting?
Yeah, come on.
I only recently told my boyfriend about this, and he basically said I'm nuts. But I know what I saw, and I was completely sober and of sound mind when this happened. But I know I didn't imagine it into existence. Am I done in this experience?
Oh,
what? Am I alone in, not done, am I alone in this experience? Yes.
What? Is this like, do you remember a few years ago when people kept seeing people dressed up as clowns just in the street?
Yeah, there was like a thing where, yeah, people were going out and dressing as clowns.
Uh-huh. That's what this feels
just to be fucking weird.
Yeah, just as the Easter Bunny. Oh my god. Ooh,
so weird.
They did put their brother's story in the comments too.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Somebody
There's
asked
a
about
lot
it.
of comments. A lot of people have seen this Easter Bunny.
Oh no.
Like, okay, this is so weird because I recently brought up an experience I had as a kid with my mom. I was super young, like 7 or 8ish, but I remember knowing the Easter Bunny wasn't real. My mom and I decided to camp in the backyard with a tent and sleeping bags and a mini grill to make s'mores, like the whole thing. I distinctly remember my dad saying his back couldn't handle all of that, so he slept inside. I remember waking up in the middle of the night and someone or something walking around the yard. I roll over and see a shadow of a costumed Easter bunny walking around the yard. I thought to myself, oh, my dad is really working the Easter bunny thing one last time, and went back to sleep. Never really thought much of it until recently in my 30s. I asked my mom if we had an Easter Bunny costume, as I never remembered actually seeing one anywhere in our house, ever. She looked at me super confused and asked why. I told her the story, and she looked deeply confused and disturbed and said, "No, we've never done that, and your father wouldn't make that kind of effort." Damn!
Oh, wow.
No, your dad sucks. He wouldn't do something like that.
Jeez.
Kind of glad I came across this, so I'm not crazy, you know?
Well, jury's still out on that one.
Okay,
Oh,
where's the...
It's the next set of comments after that one.
Oh, is it? Okay, I
Mm-hmm.
completely missed it. I can't find it.
Oh. I don't know.
You read it.
Okay. My brother told me his experience was also around Easter time. He was like 8 or 9 back then and was downstairs in the kitchen getting himself a late night snack. Said he looked out the window above the kitchen sink into our backyard and further into the neighbors, where he saw a silhouette of this Easter bunny costume humanoid thing close to the side of our neighbor's house. He said it was doing something that really scared him. It had grabbed onto one of the evergreen trees lining the side of our house, like 10-foot cypress or arbor vitae, and was violently shaking the tree at such a fast speed. My brother said the tree looked like a blur. Said it freaked him out so bad he ran upstairs and told nobody for years. We agreed on the round head and ears and think we saw the exact same thing on possibly the same night.
That's wild.
Uh-huh.
He wanted them nuts.
What?
Those tree nuts. He wanted the tree nuts.
I wanted it. What the hell? It's gotta be a bunch of just creepos, right? Like,
Okay, this is stupid as hell, but I saw Santa as a boy. Let me explain. When I was about 10, I lived with just my mom and my sister. Christmas Eve, I was so excited and nervous I couldn't fall asleep, so I just laid there awake waiting for Santa. I was hoping that he'd bring me a dragon warrior for that. He did. At some point, I heard something in the living room, so I creeped down the hallway to the end and was too scared to peek around the corner, but I heard someone rustling and stacking presents and moving everything around. I probably stood there perfectly still and holding my breath for about 5 minutes. At some point, I decided to go back to bed before he caught me, but I couldn't help myself and peek around the corner super fast, maybe a second, and I saw him. It was Santa! In a red suit, on his knees, facing the tree and putting all the presents around. I couldn't believe it. I flew back to my bed and my heart was beating out of my chest. I couldn't believe I actually saw him. As an adult, I have no explanation. We were pretty poor. My mom was a single with 2 small kids, so absolutely nobody that would have come over and got dressed like Santa at 3 a.m. and quietly put gifts out and not wake us. It makes no sense.
Hmm.
This is what there are so many of these comments.
There are a lot, yeah. Are like holiday legends like cryptids?
That's a good question. I don't know. If anybody out there knows, tell us. I feel like, yeah, they would be, right?
Yeah. Interesting.
Sorry, I'm reading through all of these other comments. They're wild. People are crazy.
Well, there's just a bunch of creepy people in these neighborhoods.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done with the Easter Bunny.
There are a lot of comments.
Yeah. Easter Bunny rabbit hole. I'm so funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna choose to believe they're all cryptids now. Mothman, yep. Santa, Easter Bunny. They're all related. Right here. Our next one, I don't know if it'll be our last one, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, we can do another.
Sure, okay. Our next story is my teddy bear's dress vanished. Could it be that my teddy bear is haunted? Or as the title is typed, could it be that my teddy bear hunted? Maybe that's what they meant.
Oh.
Is my teddy bear going hunting?
Yes. The answer is yes.
It's by Academic Pen 4854 in Ghost Stories. Today something really weird happened and I couldn't find any explanation of it. I am a 20-year-old female and have a saffron amber between yellow and orange teddy bear with red in its ears and legs. I also sewed a red heart on its chest. This teddy bear was a gift from my late maternal grandmother on the day I was born, and since then it has been my favorite. I also made, like, almost 2 to 3 years ago, if not more, a dress for it. Yes, I treat it as a female. The dress is from my own old dress in a Tiffany blue or dark turquoise. Anyway, fast forward to what happened today, or just moments ago. I was arranging my closet and refolding my clothes. I have put the teddy bear on top of a folded basket quite far from where I put my clothes and sat. The teddy bear had the dress all the time, but when I went out of the room for a split second and came back, the teddy bear was naked and no dress to be found. I thought
teddy bear's a nudist.
Yeah. I thought maybe it came off since it was just knotted, and then when I couldn't find the dress anywhere, I called my sister and asked her about it because we like to prank each other. Yeah, when I asked her, she swore that she didn't take it, and in fact, when she came to the room to take her phone, the dress wasn't on the bear. And let me tell you, when I told her about what happened, she was pale, so scared, and she isn't the type to fake fear. Anyways, I didn't think much about it and continued folding my clothes when I kept hearing tapping on the teddy bear's eyes. Oh, tapping and the teddy bear's eyes felt like they were real and that it was watching me. And if you're wondering if I found the dress, well, no, I searched the whole room, my clothes, and the closet, yet it is nowhere to be found. And let me tell you something more. Recently, I have been seeing glimpses of shadowy figures, both black and white, small and big. What looks like women and men as well as children. So what do you think about this? Where could the dress possibly be, and who could have taken it?
Teddy bear and or ghost is a pervert. That's what's happening here.
The flashing teddy bear.
Yeah.
Maybe
that's my best guess.
One of the little kids just wanted a new dress. Like, I've been wearing this into eternity, and I'm sick of it.
I like this little teddy bear dress. I'm gonna take it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I'm convinced that the ghost is either a pervert or teddy bear's a nudist.
Yeah, teddy bear's a nudist. I like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Overstimulated by the fabric.
Like the adult version of Toy Story.
I don't know if they found the dress.
She said no.
I was wondering if there was like an update in the comments. Like, yeah, I found it in the basement. It had a note taped to it that said, "Leave me alone."
Let me be free.
Free the bear. Alright, that was the short and sweet one. I don't know where the dress would have gone, but crazy.
Alright. We'll do another.
Yeah.
Because why not?
Yeah, we make the rules here, I guess.
Are there rules here? Do we have rules?
I don't know.
That's news to me. Okay, this next one is called First Paranormal Experience in Teenage. It's on our Paranormal Encounters, posted by vast_tie6736.
Alright.
Okay. My first encounter was an unseen power. I've had a few strange brushes with the paranormal in my life, but one night stands out more than any other. I was about 15 or 16 years old. My younger brother, a couple of friends, and I were walking home from a wedding in a nearby village. It was around 9:30 at night, and the path we took ran along the river near our village. As we were walking, I noticed a small baby goat standing on the side of the path. Did you adopt it?
Yeah.
Because I would.
Uh-huh.
I want a goat so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looked incredibly cute, so without thinking much, I picked it up, planning to take it home. Yes. That is the right answer.
You're living your dream.
It looked... Oh, sorry. At first, it felt light, but after walking a bit, it began to feel heavier. I thought I was imagining it, but its weight kept increasing with every step. I told my friends, but they laughed it off. And then, after about 10 minutes, all of them saw it clearly. The goat's eyes had turned a bright red, glowing like embers. In an instant, it grew larger, heavier, and slipped right out of my arms. My whole body was dripping with sweat. My brother and friends ran toward the village in fear. I just fucking left them! Oh my god!
Good luck, we're leaving!
Like, dude, you're carrying the devil! Peace!
Oh my god.
That's so funny. But I couldn't move. My legs frozen to the ground. Summoning whatever courage I had, I asked, "Who are you? What do you want?" This story is so fucking fake. The goat answered, you were where you urinated by the river. That place is mine. You dirtied it and will come live in your house. Story!
You pissed in my house! I'm gonna kill you now. Oh my god.
Hearing this, my heart almost stopped, but just then I remembered a protective mantra my priest had taught me. Somehow, trembling and terrified, I began to chant it. As soon as I did, the goat started screaming and let out a furious cry and then leapt into the river. A while later, people from my house found me lying there. I had fainted. They carried me home. That night, I burned with a high fever that did not break until the next day after a cleansing ritual. Every day the memory of that night still sends chills down my spine. What the fuck?
Was he having a fever dream? And this is what came out of it?
That is hilarious.
Oh my god.
Talking goats.
Talking goats. Thanks, I'm now very grateful that wherever I pee in a spot that my chihuahua is emotionally invested in, he just pees on something of mine for spite. Oh my god.
What you experienced aligns with strikingly, that's not a word, with a certain Turkish folk beliefs. In the traditions, it's a mountain goat. The mountain goat is known as a spirit animal that accompanies shamans during their soul journeys. Huh.
Mm.
Dude peed in his lake.
Get out of my swamp.
I'm just saying, if I find a goat and it starts talking to me, I don't care. I'm keeping it. If it's like, because the goat said, you dirtied it, now I will come and live in your house. Fucking bet. That's what he wanted to play.
That's what I wanted, actually. Thanks.
Like, there's a reason you picked it up and decided to bring it home.
Yeah.
It was just giving you what you wanted.
Exactly.
That's so funny.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm. Love it.
Also, it's not an unseen power. This starts off with my first encounter with an unseen power. You
saw it.
Guts.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
If tonight's stories didn't convince you that ghosts are real, congratulations, you're still sane.
But if your lights start flickering later, don't say we didn't warn you.
If you enjoyed yourself, subscribe, leave a review, and send us your own spooky stories. Believe it or not, we want to hear them. You can find our email address in our channel bio or in the video description below. Until next time, good night.
Sleep tight.